There is a mystery that was hidden since before the foundation of the world that was revealed to Paul, and Paul wants you to know it. One day I knew it and was amazed by this precious grace, where I understand I was chosen before the foundation of the world. I was not chosen 28 years ago when I received Jesus Christ. That is when what He had already decreed for me before the foundation of the world manifested itself. God is not choosing people today. God chose us before the foundation of the world, so to speak. Do you know that God is not saving people today? Pastor, that sounds like blasphemy because my son or friend was saved yesterday. No, yesterday it was revealed to him. God saved 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years ago, He executed that. Everyone who is enrolled in the book, Daniel 12:1 says that all His people, everyone who is enrolled will be saved. All of His people will be delivered, says Daniel 12:1. And that is the dispensation of the mystery. Once you know those mysteries, then you understand all of the plan of God, of what is yet to take place. You already begin to understand all of God's plans. That is why it is the dispensation of the hidden mystery. But now that it is not hidden, it is no longer a mystery when you know it. Look what it says. First letter, I'm missing Colossians chapter 3, verse 10. So that you can see an act there, which you have to observe taking place in your life, so that you understand all these mysteries. Look what Colossians 3:10 says. It says, and have put on the new man. Put on. Write that down on your imaginary whiteboard. Put on, it means you were dressed and you have to get dressed again. It says, and have put on the new man, who is renewed in knowledge according to the image of Him who created him. Look, there are two words I want to highlight here. Put on and renewed. Why does Paul use the term, put on the new man? Because you were once dressed as that new man, however, Adam deprived you of the glory of God. And now Paul says, look, please, brother, put on the new man who is renewed in knowledge according to the image of Him who created him. Listen to this. Renewing until you achieve the complete and full knowledge. You must enter into a maturity of understanding until you finally arrive at the complete knowledge. Let's look at one more verse which is marvelous. It tells you where this hidden mystery comes from. First letter to the Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 7. Notice what it says. But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery in what? In a mystery, the hidden wisdom. Say with me, hidden. The hidden wisdom. This is not occultism, but it is the hidden wisdom that was unknown, which God ordained before the ages for our glory. I want you to stop there and read it again. Look at it, which God ordained before the ages. Today's topic is, do not conform to this age, or rather the coming century. Why does it say, which God ordained before the ages for our glory? Why does it tell you that? That is why Paul tells you, do not conform to this age. Look, renew yourself, reclothe yourself, remember that wisdom you had before the foundation of the world, that now in Christ Jesus, you have the mind of Christ. And then God raises up ministries like this one to renew your mind, so that little by little you start thinking that you already had this wisdom before, and the sin of Adam wiped it out for you. And now upon coming to Christ, Christ desires to renew you, to make your mind new, so that you return to knowing the wisdom you previously possessed, the relationship you previously enjoyed, and that right now you are able to reach the full stature of a perfect man by means of the knowledge of the true gospel.